Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm back on sports. Hope your day's been great. Mine has been pretty good. Been a little emotional, but that's okay. So today we're going to talk about Des Bryant. Why would you want to go to Cleveland? But talk about him going to Cleveland. We got Clint Capella for $90 million to the Rockets. Cole Hamels to the Cubs. The Cubbies. And Aaron Judge getting injured. So let's start off with Aaron Judge's injury. So Yankees, have had an unbelievable year. Over the last week, they've dropped a couple games, but that's like 2 or 3. That's what a on average team does, like a week. But for the Yankees, it's interesting. Can't win them all. But with Aaron Judge's injury, of course it's going to hurt. The guy's an all-star. He's the slugger, arguably one of the best players in baseball when he's at his best. But so he's out 3 weeks at least. That's just without swinging a bat that he's out for. So that's going to be interesting. I know a couple of Red Sox fans. I'm a little bit of a Red Sox fan. I'm a diehard Brave, but as I like all the Boston teams besides Patriots, this is where Boston can run away with it. Actually, Boston just traded for Nathan Eovaldi. He's a right-hand pitcher, got him from the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, his ERA is like 4 point something, ridiculous. But let's say, when it comes to Boston, we try to make the best out of things. So he had a start against the Twins where he gave up like 6, 7, 8 runs. We're going to trim that down. Without that start, it goes all the way back down to like 3 point something. So it's not bad. It's what an average guy does. But his whip is 1.19. Something like that. His whip is unbelievable for a starting pitcher. So I personally believe in Nathan Eovaldi. We look at this Red Sox rotation. As I had a debate with my friend Tom over it, he's all down for the Yankees going to the postseason. I'm Red Sox win the World Series this year. We're looking, and you see your number one's Chris Sale. Chris Sale is arguably the most filthiest pitcher in baseball. The guy's just a stud. You got a little Porcello, you can throw him out. Rodriguez, Erod. He's actually hurt right now, but he's your number 3. You go with Eovaldi at the number 4. You only need really 4 in the postseason. So that's a good 4. And then the 5, is David Price. David Price is up there. Porcello's not been great. Porcello's been bad. But you can switch Price and Porcello around. But the Yankees, destroy David Price. Like, David Price's father is the New York Yankees, which kills me every time I see it. There was one game this year, he gave up like 6 home runs to them, 7 in one game. It was ridiculous. Can't be having that if we're going to make a World Series run. But this is where, the Red Sox are up like 3 or 4 games right now on the Yankees. They can make a run right now without Judge. Yeah, it's one player. Judge is huge. He's a huge factor in their lineup. Red Sox can start running away with it. They can not play in the wild card, force the Yankees to play in the wild card against a good Mariners team or a very hot Oakland A's team who no one's talking about. The Oakland A's have a good ace in Manaea, Sean Manaea. He threw a no-hitter against the Red Sox this year, so the guy's got some filth. But they are an underrated team for sure that people need to look out for. So, yeah, that's the Judge thing. But that's 3 weeks without touching a bat, so that's interesting. On to Dez. You see him right there. I hope I'm pointing the right way. Right around there. Dez, come on. I know, yeah, you and Dallas can work things out. Dez is a prima donna. That's what most wide receivers are. Look at Julio. Julio just decided to go back to the Falcons on the contract. He's like, his contract's not even up. So, first of all, why are you complaining about your contract? Because you saw Todd Gurley get a ridiculous contract. Worry about your contract when it's actually up. But I'm not talking about Julio. I'm talking about Dez now. Dez, he's in talks with the Browns. You're saying you want to play for a Super Bowl contender. Jarvis Landry came out with a statement yesterday. You'll be lucky if we don't drop 40 points on you a game. And he thinks they can play for a Super Bowl. Okay, the confidence is great. Cleveland Browns haven't scored a 40-point game since like 2006 or something like that. I don't know. Something. The Browns haven't been relevant for years. They haven't even came close to dropping a 40-point game in years. So, all right, Jarvis, lay down off the weed. But Dez, come on. You go from a team who's one win away from making the playoffs last year, heartbroken actually, I was, to an 0-16 team. Come on. You're saying you want to play for a Super Bowl contender. I don't think that'd be the Cleveland Browns this year. But, yeah. Clint Capella to the Rockets again, re-signing 5 years, $80 million. I think it's a good contract for Clint. I think $80 million's a little too much, put it that way. If you're the Rockets, I mean, the guy's a terrible free throw shooter. Yes, he's a good defensive player, and he's a good offensive. He's not good on offense, but he does his role on the offensive end. He does what he has to do, which is very respectable. He'll go and get you his minutes. He'll play with 100% effort. So, I mean, he is good enough like that. So, interesting contract choice. And then we're going to talk Cole Hamels is going to the Cubs. Cole Hamels, in his last 5 starts, has a 10.34 ERA. It's not good. It's not great. It's terrible. Interesting trade. I think there was better starting pitchers on the market, but Cole Hamels, he's been to some playoff games. He's been in big time moments with the Phillies in the playoffs. He's been to a World Series. I mean, Cole Hamels, he's a veteran guy. He's good for your locker room. When he is throwing some good stuff, he's got some filth to him. So I think it's a decent trade. I think the Cubs, like I said earlier in my prediction video, Red Sox-Cubs World Series, I think that's going to happen. And then last thing, Braves. Play better. What's going on? We're 2.5 back from the Phillies. We're playing the Dodgers tonight through Sunday. Phillies are playing the Reds, which is a cupcake. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we traded for Johnny Venters last night. The guy's got Tommy John surgery 15,000 times. I love Tommy John, or not Tommy John. It's a terrible surgery. Johnny Venters. I mean, he's a good guy for Atlanta. He's a fan favorite, player favorite. I think, yeah, we need a bullpen help. Meaning that way? No, I think we could have got better. But he's a good lefty. Sinker's good. He can still get ground outs. And we're still in the talk for Marcus Stroman. So, but there is a little hype about Bryce Harper being traded by a Washington Post writer. Bryce Harper, like I said, trash. So, yeah, well, thanks for watching another video of Mac on Sports. Like and subscribe. Comment what you want me to talk about. And I promise you, one of these days we'll have a Mount Rushmore and a few more. But comment what you want me to talk about. Thanks for watching.